I want to make an obstacle course, but let's imagine this for a minute. If we had multiple kill bricks that we would be planning to use inside of our obby that we're trying to create, we would probably want more than one of these kill bricks. Since these kill bricks are basically run through a simple script, if I open up workspace and open up my part, I made a script here where it's like, if a player that has a humanoid touches it, then their health is set to 0. That's pretty much how you make a kill brick. So if we had one of these, then it pretty much works just as expected. But what if we wanted to add more kill bricks to our obstacle course, which is what we're most likely going to do? This is probably how you would do it. Okay, so let's take our part, let's duplicate it, put it over here, diagonally over here, and then let's take another one, just duplicate that and put it over here. Let's take all these 3, duplicate it, and then just drag it over this way. Okay, so now it looks like we have a sustainable stage for our obstacle course. So this should pretty much work as expected, but here is the issue. Now that we duplicated our part that had our killbrick script, it also duplicated the same script for all these other parts that are contained here with our one stage. Now, why is this a problem? It's a problem mainly because if we have the same script being copied and pasted over and over again to all these different parts, it's going to be very disorganized and very confusing to just go back to each of these scripts and modify it if I need to. And it's also just bad for optimization in general. Because through our obstacle, if we touch any one of them, it should basically fire that individual script for that individual part. But what I'm trying to get at here is that what if all of these were run in the same script and not with 6 individual scripts? I think that approach would definitely be a lot better than what we're trying to do with individual scripts. So that's what I'm going to be showing you how to do in this episode using a feature called CollectionService. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. All right, let's think about this for a minute. So in my example with these kill bricks that we want to be able to kill the player whenever they touch it, we don't want the code for it, like this code right here, to be inside of 6 different scripts when we're trying to make each of these parts functional. Our goal is to try and take all of these parts and be executed by the same script. So it'll just run inside of one script and not 6 of them. So how do we achieve this? We achieve this through a feature called CollectionService. And a good way to understand this is, let's say we have a collection of kill bricks. We take all the parts that are inside of that collection as if this was its own table, and we run the code that we need to for each of these kill bricks. But instead, it could just be done through one script when we loop through each of the objects in the collection. That's cool and all, but now you might ask, how do we make this collection of kill bricks? So the way we do that is by putting a tag for each of these kill bricks to represent the collection that it's a part of. So here's how we're going to do it. We first need to figure out how to create these tags, and we can do that using Roblox's built-in tag editor, which can be found up here inside of View. We can hit this little button here that says Tag Editor, and this will pull up a window on the right side showing us an empty list of tags because we haven't created any tags yet. And so in order to create a tag, we just need to press this button that says New Tag, and it's going to highlight this text box in which we're just going to insert a tag name. So in other words, this is pretty much the name we're going to give our Killbricks collection. So we're just going to call this Killbricks, and we're going to hit enter. So now we have our Killbricks tag, and now we need to apply this to all of our parts that we want to apply this, that we want to add to the Killbricks collection. So let's just select all of our Killbricks, and let's press this check mark here that says apply this tag to all selected instances. So let's press that, and now all of these parts should have the Killbricks tag attached to it. And we can see if this works by just simply selecting one of them. And if this check mark is checked, then that means it has the tag Killbricks. We can also check it down here in properties inside of our tags category, and we can see that it's inside of the Killbricks category. And we can see that it has the Killbricks tag. So this is how we use the tag editor to how we add tags to our instances. So now let's go and create a script to take all of these items and make it functional. We're going to do that by creating a script inside of server script service. So we're going to hit the plus sign, create a new script. Let's just rename this to CollectionService. Okay, and so the first thing we're going to do is make reference to our CollectionService service, you know? So we're going to say local collection service equals game colon get service, open parentheses, close parentheses, in quotations. We're going to say collection service. So remember how I mentioned that when we tag all of these parts inside of a collection, this collection is essentially a table full of these instances where we can iterate through all of these parts to then make the kill brick active. And so the way we're going to retrieve this table of items from the collection is by using a function called GetTagged. So this is pretty much what it's going to look like. So we're first going to create a variable to store our table full of kill bricks. So we're going to say local kill bricks equals collection service colon get tagged. And you have to remember that it is get tagged specifically. I will go over the other methods that can trip you up a little bit, but just remember that get tagged is the method of collection service that we're going to use to retrieve a table full of the items that we're looking for inside of the collection. So inside of these open and close parentheses, we're going to put in our collection name, which over here we set it to be kill bricks. So we're going to say kill bricks. And I do want to note that this is case sensitive, so you have to make sure the name is exactly what you made the tag name to be. This is pretty much our tag name that we created, kill bricks, and we're basically telling collection service to give us a table of all of the kill bricks that have the kill bricks tag that we gave it. So now that we have this table full of kill bricks, let's loop through all of these kill bricks. So let's go down here and we're going to say for I, comma, kill brick in pairs, open parentheses, close parentheses, kill bricks. And I want you to note that I made a variable here called kill brick, but this is referring to our kill bricks table that we created. So over here, we're going to say do. And now what we're pretty much going to do is take our code that we had here with our touched event and basically just copy it over to our for loop. So let's take our original script, let's copy it and then paste it into here. And now this kill brick is basically applied to this touched event right here for each individual kill brick. So now it's pretty much looping through each of the kill bricks inside of our kill bricks table and adding a touched event to that kill brick to do exactly what we want it to do. So we don't have to write 6 different scripts to put it all in each of these instances. Instead, what we can do is create a tag and apply that tag to all of these instances, grab all of the instances from the tag, and then loop through that table full of instances and do what we want to do. And that's pretty much it. Let's delete all of our original killbrick scripts that we had, and let's try this out in game to see if this works or not. So let's go into the game, hit test and hit play. All right, so let's try out our obby. I'm able to get through it pretty normally, but let's see what happens if we step on one of them. So it looks like that this one worked when I stepped on it. Now let's try stepping on this one. This one seemed like it also worked too. So our collection service script should be running just as planned. So we were able to do all of this inside of one script after looping through all of the items inside of our collection to be able to do what we wanted it to do rather than have 6 different scripts for each individual object. So what I just showed you pretty much demonstrates the whole concept of collection service. But let me show you some other things you can do with collection service. So there's 3 commonly methods that trip people up when they're working with collection service, that being GetTagged, GetTags, and GetAllTags. And I'm going to be explaining the difference among all 3 of these. So GetTagged is basically a method in collection service that retrieves a table full of all of the instances that have the tag that we're trying to find and return, so that we can set this up into a variable and then we can loop through all of the instances that do have this tag that we were looking for. The next method I want to introduce to you is called GetTags, which is not the same as GetTagged. So GetTags is basically saying we want to know all of the tags that are contained inside of one specific object that we provide. So you know how over here, if we selected one of our parts and we go down here, we can see in the tags category that there's one tag in here called killbricks. We could even add another tag in here by hitting this plus sign, and we can even create a new tag right here just by saying something, just by giving it a new name like new tag or something. So now this part has two tags, killbricks and new tag. So if we make reference to that specific part, so let's go in here and rename this part to part 1, and let's go into our script. We're basically going to tell CollectionService that we want to know all of the tags that are inside of part 1, and we want to return it as a table. So let's go in here and let's make a variable called part tags, and we will set this equal to CollectionService get tags, open parentheses, close parentheses, and we're basically going to throw in our specific part that we want to get the tags from, which is part 1 inside of workspace. So we're going to say game.workspace.part1. And what we can pretty much do is just loop through these part tags so that we can print all of these out to let us know all of the tags that this specific part contains. Because what's pretty much going to print out is it's going to print out killbricks and new tag. But let's see how this is written. We're going to say for I tag in pairs, open parentheses, close parentheses, part tags do, and then we're going to print the tag. So let's go into the game and see our change. All right, so in the output, we should see that killbricks and new tag is printed because those are all the tags that are set within part 1 specifically. So that's the difference with GetTagged and GetTags. But there's one more, which is GetAllTags, which is a more global, more general method that you would use. So in our GetTags example, this told us to get the tags from a specific instance. But what if we wanted to just get all the tags that are available inside of the game? Then we would just simply say local all tags equals collection service get all tags, open parentheses, close parentheses, and there's no arguments that need to be put inside of here. And we can just do the same thing with our for loop here. We can just say for I, comma, tag in pairs, all tags do, print tag. So this will basically do the same thing as this, but this is going to get all the tags that exist inside of the game. So inside of our tag editor, if we had like 5 or 10 different tags, it's going to print all of those tags that exist inside of the output. So if we go into the game and hit play, then we should see all the tags be printed into the output. Okay, so ignore these first two because this was for our first for loop, but for our second for loop, it basically printed these 3 down here, which was new tag, killbricks, and tag editor, tag container. Don't worry about that one. We did not create that one. So that's basically the difference between all 3 of them. This one is not used very often, but I would say GetTagged is the most useful one to know about, and the one you're going to be using the most in your scripts. So with our tag editor, we were able to create tags and add our parts to that tag before joining into the game while having scripts run. So I'm going to be showing you how to add these tags and also remove them through scripting at any point throughout the game's runtime. So let's add in a new part. So let's just go into workspace, let's insert a new part, and we're going to rename this part to new part. And let's make this special just by changing the size a little bit. Let's even change the color of it as well. Okay, so here's a new part. And let's say we want to add this to our killbricks collection without manually doing it in the tag editor, because all we can do is just select this and click the check mark and it's already in the killbricks collection. But let's say we want to do this through script. We're going to use a method called AddTag. So let's comment out these print statements that we have here. What we're going to do is find this new part that's inside of workspace, and we're going to add it to our collection using a function called AddTag. So this is what it's going to look like. Let's first find our new part by saying local new part equals game.workspace : wait for child, open parentheses, close parentheses, quotes, new part. And we're wrapping this in a wait for child just in case the part doesn't load in fast enough during runtime for the script. So now what we'll do is we will use our add tag function. So we're going to say collection service add tag, and this will take in 2 arguments. So the first one is going to be our instance that we want to add a tag to, which is going to be our new part, comma, and our second argument is going to be our collection or tag name, which in this case it's killbricks. So in quotations, we're going to say kill bricks. So this add tag method, it's going to take our new part, add our killbricks tag to that part. And of course, we can remove the tag as well. So let's just make a task.wait really quick, task.wait for about 5 seconds. And we're going to say collection service remove tag, open parentheses, close parentheses. We're going to take our new part and we're going to remove the kill bricks tag name from that new part. Let's also add this task.wait statement behind here so that we can really see the change when we load into the game. So let's add in another task.wait statement right before we add the tag. Let's actually make this 7 seconds so that we can load into the game in time to see the change. So let's go into the game, hit test and hit play. And let me open up the workspace so that we can see the tags inside of our new parts. So let's scroll down here. We can see that there's no tags. And now we added the killbricks tag to our new part. And after 5 seconds, it got rid of that tag from our new part. So it basically worked as expected. This is useful for at any point during the game we want to add tags to specific parts to then do stuff to that part as part of a collection. There's also another function where we're allowed to check if a specific part has a specific tag that we're looking for. So let's say that after we add in a tag for our new part, let's make a check to see if this new part still has the killbricks tag. We're going to say if collection service has tag, open parentheses, close parentheses. It's going to take in 2 arguments. The first one's going to be the instance, which is going to be our new part, comma, and then our tag, which is going to be kill bricks. So if this new part has the kill bricks tag, then what we're going to do is print out a statement by saying new part has the tag. And let's copy this and put it down here after remove tag to see the difference. So what should happen is that this is going to print because new part does have the killbricks tag, but this one is not going to go through because we removed the killbricks tag from the new part. So as you can see, we printed out new part has the tag, but then in about 5 seconds, we're not going to see the other print statement because we removed the killbricks tag from the new part. So now this if statement is not valid. The new part does not have the new tag, so this is not going to run. So CollectionService has provided us 2 events that we can use to check whether a tag has been either added to a new part or if a tag has been removed from a part. So we can have this event fire whenever one of these 2 instances happen. And we can do this using an event called GetInstanceAddedSignal and GetInstanceRemovedSignal. So this is pretty much what it's going to look like. Let's go into our CollectionService script and let's drop 2 lines after our beginning for loop. And this is what we're going to say. We're going to say CollectionService GetInstanceAddedSignal. And then inside of these parentheses, we're going to put in our tag name, which is going to be killbricks. And then this is going to be wrapped around in a function by saying connect function, open parentheses, close parentheses, enter. So this is pretty much what our header is going to look like. So we're going to use our GetInstanceAddedSignal, which is basically saying if there is a new instance that this tag has been applied to, then we're going to execute whatever is going to be down here inside of this function. So let's just make a simple print statement by saying print killbrick has been added to the collection. And then we can pretty much do the same thing with when we remove a killbrick tag from an instance as well. So we're going to drop 2 lines down here by saying CollectionService GetInstanceRemovedSignal. And then over here, we're going to say killbricks connect function, open parentheses, close parentheses, enter, print kill brick has been removed from the collection. And so there we go. Now we have two instance signal events from CollectionService that keeps track of when a killbricks tag has been added to a part and when a killbricks tag has been removed from a part. So let's go into the game and we should see our new change. All right, so as you can see, the event has fired to print killbrick has been added to the collection, and in about 5 seconds, it should then say killbrick has been removed from the collection, which is exactly what we wanted the script to do. Before I end off the video, I want to show you an example of me using CollectionService alongside other infrastructures for one of my games that I'm currently working on. So over here, we have these obstacles of these spinning parts, and if the player touches these parts, then they basically end up dying. So in my game, I have it set up to be compatible with object-oriented programming and also streaming instances. Don't worry if you don't really know what that means right now. In the future, we will go over more complicated topics like them. But what I wanted to show you was that these parts work perfectly fine with the way they're spinning, and also when you touch them, they kill you. So let's see what happens if I just run all the way back here to where we can barely see them. And it'll basically just disappear from our view when we walk far away enough. So there you go. It's pretty much all the way back there. And what should basically be happening is that the script that's running them is basically dormant right now. You can't even see or tell whether these are running in the background or not. And to tell you the truth, they're actually not running. They're completely still. The script that's running all of them are not even running right now because they're out of view. But once we go back into view, where we can see them again with streaming instances, we can see that it's running again back to where it originally was after the script had stopped the functionality of these obstacles when we went out of view. So CollectionService comes a long way. When you add these inside of your Roblox games, there's a combination of things that you can put together to create really powerful stuff, like with the use of instant streaming and object-oriented programming alongside CollectionService. You can have really powerful frameworks that enhances optimization for your Roblox game. And that's pretty much what CollectionService is all about, improving and optimizing your Roblox game, not only for the players, but also for the devs as well. So that's kind of the whole idea here. And you kind of have to experiment with this stuff to really get CollectionService and all of these other advanced scripting concepts under your belt. So that's just one last thing I wanted to show you. So to pretty much summarize, CollectionService is a feature made by Roblox that heavily optimizes the way we organize our scripts when we're trying to pretty much make a whole bunch of instances operate and function the same way without having to write the same script every single time, but instead do it all inside of one script. That's pretty much the basic idea of CollectionService, and I hope you'll be able to implement these inside of your Roblox games for the future to come. If you found this video to be helpful, be sure to subscribe and join my Discord server. The link is in the description, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.